Hey guys, back with another Blogs for Beginners for you. My name is O. I will not try to pronounce my name for you. It is ridiculous and I will sound like an idiot. So you can call me O. I will call me O. And that's what I go by in game anyways. So Voltage Sauce feeling a little bit under the weather today. So I'm going to cover for him just for this week. Sorry. I don't have all the fancy pants equipment that he has. So no, you don't get to look at my pretty face while I'm doing this for you. Sorry again. But quick little blog today. There's not a whole lot of big stuff in it. For me, the biggest one is going to be this X marks the spot. Basically just a milestone event, kind of similar to what we had with the Fun in the Sun, where you blitz and do war and all that stuff, and you gain points towards your milestones based on that. There's not really an orb opening one. It's all just based on how much you blitz. And you earn points for doing that. Easy stuff. You get extra points for using X-Force. I wouldn't go out of your way to overdo it with the X-Force stuff. Like, don't try to use X-Force in Arena. In my opinion, yeah, you could get some other points and you might be able to shave some time off. But I don't think it's worth it to give up your Arena ranking. I think those cores are way more important than trying to do that. What this is going to come down to, just like every other one of these events, is blitz. Blitz, blitz, blitz. I think Wolverthor did a video on it, and he said it was something like, if you do 4 rotations of 15 teams every day, it would take you 9.1 days to hit all the milestones, right? And that's without using any X-Force. So that's like worst case scenario. We don't know how long the event's going to be. So it could be less than that once the event starts and we find out how long. We can recalculate and figure out just about how long it needs to be. Nothing crazy. Nothing crazier than what we're used to anyways. In total, it looks like there are 20 shards of each of the 3 characters that were just released, the unfarmable ones. So that would be Domino, X-23, and Negasonic. Shards are great. Love shards. I'll take anything that they give me. But 20 shards isn't a huge boost unless you got close already. I know there's a few people that went really hard during all these events and got actually pretty close to the unlock already, and that's great for them. Dr. Octopus is really not going to be new player friendly off the bat, so don't feel bad if this doesn't mean much to you. For me personally, I am much more interested in the mini uniques that are coming in them and all the orange gear. That is really important, and that's what you should be aiming for, in my opinion. But yeah, it shouldn't be too bad. It's pretty good little thing. Like I said, depends on how long it is. Next legendary event is actually Black Bolt. I'm very excited about this one. Black Bolt's one of the best characters in the game. If you're not working towards him now, I highly suggest you start figuring out how you can. Obviously, that's going to come down to, like, Hello's node is pretty far into villains, and you actually have to be level 70 to even get to the point to where you can farm her anyways. So it's not necessarily for new players right off the bat unless you're paying. But these are kind of like the end game stuff, best characters in the game that you're trying to work towards. I'm excited for it. I know a lot of people are getting them this time, and congratulations to all you guys. Very excited for you. Next up is the Ironheart. It's the new farmable character. For those of you who don't know, Fox Next releases a new character to be farmable on the first Wednesday of every month. So this Wednesday is when the change should be made. That's when Ironheart will go to the final node in Villains, 7-9, and Rescue will come off that node. What excites me more is Rescue will no longer have an increased drop rate in Blitz orbs. So if you're trying to farm for legendaries and stuff, and we always suggest you do orbs, she's not going to have that increased drop rate, so you're not going to see her as often. But she's also going to be available for direct buy now. So she's going to be in the shop and have the same drop rate as everybody else in the orbs. And that, I think, is great, because honestly, I've pulled so many Rescue shards. That's just in my standpoint. Some people are going to want them, especially if they're trying to build their power armor, but that's why she's direct farmable now, right? Blitzes that are coming up. So starting tonight will be Namor, who is great. He's a member of the Fantastic Four War Offense team. Fantastic tune. for that. Outside of war, kind of underwhelming. So it's not a huge deal if you decide you don't want to go hard for him, but he's a raid store farm, and in my opinion, with raid store farms, I want to get as many as I can because the raid store can be kind of an annoying farm from time to time. So get him if you want him. Great toon. You don't have to feel bad if you go hard. You're not wasting your time. Okay, he's a good toon to have, especially towards the end game when you start getting more heavy into war and things like that. And on Thursday, we've got Beast coming back. This will be the second run, and I expect it to be exactly the same as X23, other than hopefully they get their beginner blitz and regular blitz correct this time. But this time around, there should not be any shards in the lower tiers of the rankings. So if you're not one that usually gets up to the upper tiers, personally, I would go to the milestones and stop. That's probably what I'm going to do. I usually end up in the 11 to 25% range, and I can't even get close to the 1 to 2% or whatever it is that the shards start in. So if you don't make it that far, there's no sense in there's no sense in hurting yourself or blitzing super hard trying to get to it. You know what I mean? Anywho, again, personal opinion. No one's gonna fault you if you do. If you like to blitz, if you like getting the extra blitz credits for blitzing that much, great. Don't listen to me. I'm just saying if you're trying and you think you can get to the rankings, that's the only time that I would push really hard. Other than that, I would go to the milestones and stuff. After that, you have the hand event. I am kind of mixed on this because orange gear, I love orange gear. I want all the orange gear I can get. But I'm not going to build my hand specifically for it. The drops for it doesn't really drop that much gear. I mean, as I passively get them through orbs and things like that, I'll kind of move up and do them. But in my personal opinion, you shouldn't build teams around flash events. It kind of comes as a bonus. Certain ones are better than other ones. I think this is one of the lesser ones. Obviously, the orange gear is great. But if you have a lot of other priorities, you don't need to worry about wasting the gear building these guys yet. You can always get it later as you're able. That's it for the Blitz. That's it for the blog for beginners. Vulture Josh should be back next week. Hopefully he's feeling a little bit better. But you guys have a good day, and we will see you soon.